All right, so if there's one thing that generally just frustrates a disc golfer, it's having a small gap and knowing you're not going to hit it. I'm going to show you how I do. All right, so like I said, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to give you a tip that really helped me out, and it's something I see a lot of players that are newer to the game do that can, I think, very quickly help you start hitting gaps. And it's just really thinking about where you're at. Now, I just want to go ahead and tell you, this is something that helps me out. It might not help everybody, but this is something that has helped me out. I'll throw in a little extra thing with me that is personal to my form as well, but specifically we are talking about thinking about where your feet are going to be in relation to the gap and the line that you're trying to hit. So for this gap right here, the town actually they had people put these tees in, and I didn't get to come until they were poured. They actually pointed this tee in the wrong direction. So this tee is even harder. So you got to even think even more. So most people will generally look at a basket and walk right at the basket to hit the line. You can't necessarily do that every time on this one, but this tee, if you run up the center of the tee, you're going to run square into this tree here. That's not every single tee, but in general, it's one of those things that you need to think about where you are planning and not just looking at the basket and walking straight up your tee. If you're walking straight up the tee, you're going to be missing shots or just opportunities to throw shots that make more sense. So whenever I'm playing this hole, I'm generally going to line up somewhere on this left side corner, and my plant is going to be somewhere here because I still want to be staggered. I want to be on this right front half, trying to throw something straight up this gap. And this hole is a little different because if you're throwing a backhand, it actually has to be a flip up backhand. It's either a flip up backhand or you have to throw the ante line out that way. So for me on a hyzer flip, these aren't the discs I would do that for, but this is just showing you gap hits. So I'm wanting to start here and give myself a line to where I'm going to be lined up with the gap so that I throw my straightest shot through that gap. We're going to try it now. And there's me a shot. And see, that's an MB, so it's not flippy like I want, but that's 15 feet probably. We'll try it again, starting left back, and yep, back, and yep, another envy, and it almost hit the other one. It helps. Let me throw a shot where I run up straight and see what happens. So like I said, I'm going to start here in the middle, back right, and just run to the middle. That's generally what you're going to see. Generally is what's going to happen. Unless people just yank it through and get lucky, that's going to help you hit gaps more just by making sure you think about where you're running up on the tee. We'll try a couple opposites. So I'll try the anhyzer. So now I am going to need to run up from the right back to the left front to line myself up with that gap. And once again, not the disc I would normally throw. I only have a couple discs with me, but I hit the gap. So let's try that again. Oh, I kind of hit the gap. We'll do it one more time. So there's 2.5 of 3, I guess, because I hit the first gap. Just missed the late gap on the second one, but that's what I do. I mean, that's what helps me when I'm lining up for gaps. That, and aside of, for me, I kind of recently figured out I need to go kind of out instead of straight back with my pull or my reach back. It just helps me more from my belly. If you like tips like this, let me know. I'll do some more if that's what you want to see. There's just random stuff that I have learned over the years that I do, and I'll share it if you think it's useful. So that's all we got. It's really cold. Let's go ahead and get out of here.